business isn't of yours when I do with my own
I
things.
think you've had that ring quite long enough.
You want it for yourself.
Wilbur Baggins! Do not take me for some conjurer of cheap tricks.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I suppose since everybody's busy watching the stream of the current trial going on in Kenosha, I might as well do a little bit more in-depth coverage of it today. Now, I've been watching the trial all day, currently 72,000 other people enjoying it on Nick's channel. I'm very happy for his success. And for the commentators on the show to get some exposure to is great. There's been a couple of interesting moments today. A very risky decision to put Kyle on the stand. It's not one I would have made, but I am not a lawyer. So, I mean, even though many of us are LARPing as one right now as we watch a trial, it was an emotional moment where a lot of people seem to forget that this kid is a victim, clearly suffering from PTSD, hyperventilating on the stand when being forced to relive that event, which is why I wouldn't have put him on the stand in the first place. Plus, I think they were winning anyway, but winning as they should, by the way. There is literally no evidence. You could give me all your must-state lines and your he didn't live there. None of these things remove this kid's right to defend himself. I wish he wasn't there, but he was, and he's allowed to defend himself. There were several moments where the judge absolutely demolished the prosecutor, which looks like Littlefinger and acts like Littlefinger, probably be hired by CNN any moment now. But there was some great clips that I want to go over. First of all, the judge's phone goes off right after the lunch break, and the ringtone is "Proud to be an American," which is amazing. Dare I say, based. You have the
actions that I had talked about.
Leave a like for that. Leave a like for this guy who's got no time for BS. And then there's another clip here where the prosecutor attempts to blame Call of Duty. That's right, Call of Duty.
Isn't one of the things people do in these video games try and kill?
Like, now wait. Now watch Kyle explain to the prosecutor that video games aren't real life. Even
yeah, it's a video game. It's just a video game. It's not real life.
Absolutely demolished. This, by the way, yesterday, after having just another witness completely blow up in their face. Then there is the trial, or the Littlefinger. So essentially, without getting into the legalese, essentially, a judge had said pre-trial, hey, you can't bring these certain things up at trial. This is common. It's a practice in all suits. These are things, you're like, hey, can I bring this up? Can't bring it up because you don't want people poisoning the well, poisoning the jury, which is exactly what this clown tried to do. And the judge wasn't having any of it.
In the questions.
Look at this.
I asked the court to strongly admonish him, and the next time it happens, I'll be asking for a mistrial with prejudice.
Now, this is the defense team saying we want a mistrial with prejudice, meaning it's basically the trial's over and then they can't retrial him. They can't retry him again.
He's an experienced attorney and he knows better.
Mr. Binger?
Binger.
First of all, Your Honor, this was the subject of a motion. I'm well aware of that. And the court left the door open.
Now, right now, he said, this is your fault, Judge. This is your fault.
For me, not for you.
My understanding of
You should have come and asked for reconsideration. You did on the one motion, and in fact, I granted your motion for reconsideration.
That was not our motion.
Excuse me. I did. I granted.
We did not move
that
to reconsider.
That was their motion.
We have not filed any motions to reconsider in this case.
That was their motion for reconsideration, which I denied. But I said I denied it, or I indicated a bias to okay for you without anything that made it okay. I indicated a bias towards denial is what I did. Held it open with a bias towards denial. Why would you think that made it okay for you without any advance notice to bring this matter before the jury?
He's pissed.
I was astonished when you began your examination by commenting on the defendant's post-arrest silence. That's basic law. It's been basic law in this country for 40 years, 50 years. I have no idea why you would do something like that.
What he's talking about is he's bringing up his Fifth Amendment rights. He's trying to use the whole, hey, he didn't talk, so he must be guilty kind of crap to poison the well. The judge is pissed.
And it gives, well, I'll leave it at that.
What he was going to say there, I predict, is it gives the defense team grounds for mistrial, which is exactly what they brought up right after the lunch break today. They brought that right back up.
So I don't know what you're up to.
May I respond?
Yes.
We filed an other acts motion on this exact issue because, in my mind,
what a pimp chair.
It is identical to what was going on the night of August 2 trial. With all due respect,
I'm not going to rehash the motion. That's absolutely untrue. There's no. Your arguments of record, my comments are of record, and why I ruled as I did is of record. There's nothing that I heard in this trial.
So, I mean, and there's just numerous, and then like weirdos are talking about, oh, he's fake crying. He wasn't, he was hyperventilating. Any idiot can see this. I mean, this is when the guy we talked about yesterday, him admitting on the stand that basically he put Kyle in a position where he had to protect himself. The clips, I wish I had a clip of, and here, okay, here's the second part of the, you could see a lot of lawyers. In over 30 years of law practice, I've never seen anything like his, quote, cross-examination. 15,000 likes. I mean,
you need to account for this.
Your Honor, I don't want a jury here. He's commenting on my client's right to remain silent.
There you go.
No, Your Honor. I am making the point that after hearing everything in the case, now he's...
I wish I knew if the jury was in or out at some of these clips.
Tailoring his story to what has already been introduced.
The problem is, this is a grave constitutional violation for you to talk about the defendant's silence.
Bam. Bam. And check this out.
And that is, and you're right. You're right on the borderline, and you may be over, but it better stop.
Understood.
I mean, like, it's just, I mean, I wish I had the clip. I wonder just in real time. But he did say, you know, Judge to Binger, when you say you brought it in good faith, I don't believe you. Here it is.
We've had 3 state motions in the practice before those. If
it's
you
at the end
want
of
to
this.
yell at me, you can. My good faith feeling this morning after watching that testimony was you had left the door open a little bit. Now we had something new, and I was going to probe it.
I don't believe you.
I'm pretty sure that I don't remember if the jury's in here or out here during this, but that is just savage.
There better not be another incident. I'll take the motion under advisement.
There better not be another issue. I mean, I don't know. And it's actually sickening to me. If I could sum it up here, if I could do a Jerry Springer's final thought here, it's really frustrating to me that when I read, you know, Twitter about this, people are blaming the judge. What this prosecutor is doing is slimy, illegal in some cases, in my opinion. Hashtag not a lawyer. And the facts of the case. There is a one comment that I decided to respond to from a certified blue check mark, and I think it kind of sums it up. They wrote, Kyle will not be found guilty. The prosecution can't do their job properly with this judge. It's absolutely insane. That effer deserves to be in jail. No, he doesn't. The facts do not support. The problem is that people are so insane and so politically biased that they can't watch something with their two eyes and like just examine the facts of it. This is just the opposite end of the Minnesota trial, where everyone was too concerned with being on the right political side instead of looking at the facts of the case. There is nothing, in my opinion, that points to any kind of non-self-defense outcome for this. This kid should never have been on trial. And if people are disingenuously on Twitter whining about it, saying they're not, they're so painfully transparent in their political allegiance and hackery that it's not even worth responding to, because they will never see the actual truth. They're more concerned with being on the right team, which is making me very concerned, because there are very few 70-plus-year-old judges left in this world. It makes me very scared for when the millennials and Gen Zers take over. Hope you enjoyed this video. Free Kyle.